Peasant Productions presents the math of ESP, why it works even if you don't believe in it. Simply for the record, I started as a previous comment here, previous video I made the comment that I talk about the suicide on my story birthday, so real fast. Well, it's not really that fast. I was living in South Lake Tahoe. It was about 1984, as I recall. I was in a kind of a weekly, bi-monthly apartment place. They rented more to the tourists coming up to spend for a little bit of time, and it just simply met my needs, and I wasn't interested in hooking up with anybody else at the moment and moving in with other situations. A guy moved into the apartment building, or into the apartment next to mine, and kind of introduced himself real quick one afternoon and went on about his way, type of a thing. And then came back around, and this was right after the first of the year. My birthday is January 15th, and I knew my birthday was coming up pretty quick, and I wanted, it was going to be a birthday by myself as usual, and I was kind of thinking it was just some nice, quiet, get the heck out of the way, go listen to some live music at some of the places I know in the casinos there and stuff like that, and not do too much. And this guy started being a friend, about the only way to put it. I don't remember his last name, but Howard was his first name. Howard came around a couple of times and started talking. And he kept wanting me to take him down to the casinos, where he started flashing cash, and I couldn't handle that, and I didn't like being around people that were really heavy with trying to throw cash around in front of them. But something wasn't right about it, so the energy pattern had a weird feel to it. So I was kind of hanging in there and trying to be there to be helpful to this guy. I had already long since started working with people. I had not come to grip with my own situation in an abusive environment. I was still dealing with those issues myself. But I had long since been helping other people get out of abusive environments. So I knew something wasn't kosher in this guy's record book at the moment. My birthday's coming up. We've gone out a couple of times. Well, my birthday was on Saturday. The place I worked, if you don't show up on your birthday and your birthday's payday, you don't get your paycheck. Okay? You don't show up for work on payday, you don't get your paycheck. If it's your birthday, even worse, right? Anyway, so I was going to show up on the 14th, which was Friday, for certain, when he come knocking on my door Thursday night, the 13th, and wants me to take him to a whorehouse, which I forget exactly how far away it was. It was somewhere in about the 50 to 80 mile range. It was down around Carson somewhere that he wanted me to take him. We were up in South Lake Tahoe. Yes, it's down the mountain. I told him no. I pleaded that I had to go to work the next day because I needed to get my paycheck. But other than that, I told him, I got to go to work tomorrow. But I did tell him that under no circumstances was there any problem with the fact that tomorrow night being Friday night and I don't have to work Saturday, that I would definitely take him to the whorehouse the next night. I would even gladly pay the gas because then I would have my paycheck. Well, needless to say, he wasn't real happy with me turning him down, but he went back into his own apartment, and I went to bed. The next day I came home from work, and you know, there wasn't any movement around the apartment or anything like that. There wasn't anything going on, and all the lights were off. And so I thought, well, maybe he's out and about or so. So I sat around my apartment for an hour or two waiting for him, and then I went into town and cashed my check and did a few things. I'd be able to have my own little private birthday party the next day. The next morning, about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, the 15th, yes, my birthday, there's a knock on my door. And I think, it must be him. He's kind of pissed that I didn't catch up with him yesterday or something like that. And so I wander over, I just throw a towel around myself real quick and wander over to the door and answer it. And there's this man and woman standing there. And they say, are you Peter? And I go, yeah. Well, we're Howard's mom and dad. And I go, oh, okay, that's nice and a pleasure to meet you. And I go, is there a problem? And I go, yeah, he's dead. He killed himself yesterday. And I just kind of what the hell do you say, folks? Right, yeah, I didn't take him to the whorehouse and he offed himself. Okay? The sadder part of the story is this, folks. Like I said, my birthday is January 15th, so this will give you an idea of what kind of timeline you're looking at here. The guy got married on January 1st. He and his wife were coming up the road to Tahoe for their honeymoon. They had a car accident and she was killed. He was never in a good state of mind. And to this day, I'm sorry. It still hurts to know that I missed one that needed some help. I do know that I wanted my money for my birthday party and pretty awful bad. Needless to say, I never again ever cared about my birthday parties. Okay. The guy killed himself. I might have made a difference. I might not have. There's no telling. Okay. The guy was in pretty sad shape if he, but we're talking about just barely 2 weeks. Actually, not even, because my birthday is a 2-week marker of the beginning of the year. It didn't even last till my birthday. So yeah, folks, I don't have a whole lot of love of your holidays and your happiness and your parties, okay? I have a lot of sadness to remember on my holidays and stuff. It hurts deep, it hurts hard, it's a long ways across. Those people, they sat there and he said some different stuff in a video to them and they thought that they owed me money and I told them no. They then turned around and walked me into his apartment and told me I could take anything I wanted in that entire apartment to have as a memory of him. I looked around and here it is, just full of all kinds of wedding gifts and stuff, brand new stuff all over. And I kind of wandered around, looked at stuff, skis and ovens and all kinds of knick-knack and stuff like that that personally I have no use for, but a set of skis, that'd have been pretty cool. Especially brand new. I haven't even been sized up or anything. Boots, a pair of boots sitting there that I could, possibly fit, No, what did I pick? I walked over and there was this kid's, maybe middle school, high school even, dictionary. And I ended up taking that because for a lot of years that dictionary sat next to me at wherever I did my most writing or my computer to remind me that I had almost saved somebody's ass. So yeah. That's the suicide story. That's why I don't celebrate my birthday very much.